camera right here. This is where I'm looking at. That's it. I'm looking at you. Okay. Hey, what's up? This is Existential Experience. You are here because you're having trouble making a decision. Okay. There is something that you need to make a decision on in your life, and for some reason you're unable to decide whether to go for this option or that option, or whether to not go for anything at all. There is some confusion happening, and that's why you found this video and you were like, let me check into it. All right, I'm gonna try to help you. I have 5 things that I'm gonna share with you. These 5 questions you can ask yourself, and this is gonna guide you in making a good decision. Okay, now I am not here to tell you what's right and what's wrong, because it doesn't matter what I or other person says to you. The decision is ultimately going to be yours. So all power to you. And I'm here to share some important things you can consider before making that decision. So number 1 point is higher self versus ego. Okay, so let's say you have a decision to make. Many of times we make that decision out of ego or lower self, as opposed to the higher self. So what is these 2 things? Okay, higher self is an aspect of you that is more advanced, that is mature, that is more loving. And the lower self, in this case ego, is an aspect of you that is still in the process of maturing. So that's the difference. Okay, so when I say you want to ask yourself that, is my decision going to come from the place of my higher self or my ego? Okay, so these are the things you can ask. If it is coming from ego, so if it is coming from ego, you're gonna be honest with yourself. Okay, because ego isn't all that bad. It's just a lower self of you that is trying to be mature, that is going through the process of maturing. So the question, so what ego says in you is, I want to be right, I want to win, I want things to keep for myself, I want to prove my worth, and I want to take revenge. If you want, you can take a paper and pen, you can write these things down. It'll help you. It'll really help you. Okay? If you are taking a decision from your lower self, it is gonna say something like this: I want to be right, I want to win, I want to keep things for myself, I want to prove my worth, and I want to take revenge. Okay? This is your lower self talking. If any of this decision is coming and is based off of out of these 5 things, then you want to understand that this decision is coming from your ego, from your lower self. Okay, in that case, don't encourage yourself to go ahead with that decision, because the ego, the lower self, always wants to separate, but the higher self sees benefit of all. Okay, now if you are thinking from your higher self, if you're making a decision from your higher self, these are the things that are going to come in your mind. I want to see how they are right. In ego, it was like how I am right, right? I want to see how they are right. I want us to win. Now, your decision could be regarding anything under the sky, but these rules apply. Okay? It could be regarding a work situation, relationship, the decision regarding going somewhere or not going somewhere, anything career related. So if you're taking it from the higher self, it would say, I want to see how they are right, whoever they is in the situation. I want us to win. I want things to be shared, as opposed to I want to keep things for myself in lower self. I already have self-worth as opposed to I want to prove my worth in the lower self-esteem, right? And the last one is I want to forgive as opposed to taking revenge. So if your decision is coming from these 5 things, that's going to be a much sound decision, okay, from your higher self. It's coming from your higher self. So I want to see if they are right, even if they seem really horrible with what they're doing. Just be honest with yourself. Be like, okay, how can they be right, whoever they is in the situation? How can we both win in this decision? How can the things that are involved in this decision be shared? I want to know that I already have my self-worth. I don't need to prove anything. And lastly, I am okay with forgiving. I don't want to take any revenge. So this is some high self-esteem talking. This is your higher self talking. Okay, so these are the things. Think about these things. And this was, by the way, my first point in making the decision. Okay, something to really sink into, something to really meditate with, sit with, question it. It'll come. Right answer will come. So this is a very practical way of making a decision. Let's move on. Let's go more into your depth for decision making. Second point. This one is, am I adding more love to my life? Now it sounds really dramatic, but honestly speaking, when we are making decision, it's not really about the gains and losses at the end. These decisions are made from the place of peace, to be at the place of peace. Okay, it is made from the place of peace to be at the place of peace. So you want to ask this question. This is a very interesting question. The question is, am I adding more love to my life and to other people's life by making that decision? So let's say, just a random example. Okay, you have 2 opportunities. One opportunity provides you safety and security. The other opportunity provides you excitement and adventure. Now, both of these decisions are fine. There's nothing wrong with both decisions. Okay, but you want to see that if you go with this option and you're being provided safety and security, does that add more love to your life? Does that add more love to other people's life? Is there more peace there? Think about it. Or on the other hand, this option provides you more adventure and excitement. Now you want to see, does that add more love to your life? Does that add more love to others' life around you also? And by the way, when you're choosing to be adventurous, or you're going for your enthusiasm and exciting, the society must say that you're being selfish. That's what society says. But it doesn't mean that when you go out on an adventure and when you take a path less traveled, it doesn't add love to others' life. That's not true. It does add love to other people's life. When you are excited and feeling adventurous and taking risks and doing things you always wanted to but you never did, in that path you feel loved because you're honoring your deepest desire. And also on the way, whoever you touch, whoever you meet, they are going to be touched by this energy. So you do end up adding more love to other people's life when you are choosing your own path of adventure and excitement. There's nothing selfish about it. Just remember that, okay? Now here, safety and security for some people will add more love to their life and people around them. It's just a different personality type. For some people, comfort comes first. Feeling of ease comes first. And for them, that adds more love to their life. So you want to see, where do you belong? In either cases, it's not right or wrong. It's just what's best for you. Okay, so that's the second point. First one was higher self versus ego. Second was, am I adding more love to my life? Okay, third one. Third one is called, what's my gut feeling saying? What is my gut feeling saying? You know that our body talks to us. It's not just mind that talks. It's not just here. It's everywhere, and especially in the gut area, right here, center. This is where most of the instincts come from. If you were about to make this decision, when these options were placed in front of you, the moment these options were placed in front of you, what was your gut instinct? What did you right away want to do? Like, boom, I want to go. Like, I want to do that gut instinct. Consider that. Consider that. Just write it down. What did my gut instinct say the moment I heard this opportunity, or the moment I thought about making this decision? Write it down. So now we have 3 pointers. We are categorizing in each. We are making sure that we are following these 5 questions, and this is going to guide us. Okay, so gut feeling is the third one. Go with your feel. Go with what gives you the green signal, what gives you that yes, go, let me take this, that excitement. That's good. You know, elevated energy, gut feeling, that's good, that's positive, that's a higher wisdom telling you something. Okay, so remember that, your gut feeling. Number 4 is, okay, this is gonna be very interesting. Number 4 is it a reoccurring pattern from your past? Now this is where you get to question on a more irrational level. Is it a recurring pattern from your past? Now for this point, I can definitely use the example of relationships, because it just works so well. Even if this decision that you are trying to make is related not to relationship, it's related to something else, but relationship example just goes well, because no matter what happens, we end up with people and situations that has social surroundings. So there are people, there are relationships there, right? So many a times we make decisions out of excitement and out of adventure and out of the gut instinct, but we are not realizing that we have made such the same decisions before in the past, and it just brought us back to that same circle again and again. If you are able to see that this has happened before, similar situation, not exact, but similar thing has happened before, and similar situation has happened before, and similar situation has happened before, then you want to break that pattern. Then you want to take that decision that is not the usual pattern of you. You want to catch your reoccurring pattern, because most of the time we realize that that this is going to be good, whatever decision I'm taking is going to be good, but we don't learn from our past. We haven't really learned from our past. We have made that mistake before. So you want to see that, are you making a mistake? Same kind of mistake again, you haven't learned from it? That's a red flag. This is where you stop, you breathe, and you're like, okay, I'm going to be breaking my pattern this time. I'm going to be doing something that I did not do before, something new, and this decision might hurt you. This decision might hurt you. It might be very hard for you because you just want to do it so bad. You want to go that direction. But because you want to break that pattern, you'll have to swallow that pill. You'll have to go through that pain. It may seem hard in initial, for a few days, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month. We don't know. But you would have to break your old pattern. You've been doing this again and again. So that is something very important to consider. But if you're not breaking if you are not going into the same pattern, then I think you're clear. Okay, then it's your gut instinct talking. So number 4 is it a reoccurring pattern in your life? You can keep writing these things down, because once you write these things down on paper, it just becomes a lot easier. You make points, and then it becomes easy. At the end of all questions, you know where to go. Okay, last question is, would I be happy if no decision is made? Would I be happy if no decision is made? Imagine that this kind of situation, this confusion came to you, and you ended up making no decision at all, and just everything remained the way it is right now, and you felt very peaceful with this, however it's going, and there was no second thoughts about it, and you're like, you know what, I'm at peace right now, no decision has been made, I'm quite comforted. Then that's your decision. Stay with that. Yes. If no decision is made and you're okay with it, then it's better you stay with no decision. The answer is no. Don't go for it. The answer is no. Don't go for it. If it's not pushing you enough, if it's not charging you enough, if it's not so compelling for you, then leave it. It must be compelling. It must pull you like a magnet. That decision must bring you up rather than bring you down. These are certain words I'm using in order to align you with your decision. Okay? So again, last question is, would I be happy? Would I be happy if no decision is made? If you're going to be happy if no decision is made, then that's your decision. So these are the 5 points you can consider before making a decision. I wish you all the best, and I know it's gonna be all right. No matter what happens, it's so interesting that life just has its way of landing us in the right path. Even if it seems like a wrong decision, life takes care of life. You will realize. And all of the things that happened in the past, if you look wherever you are right now, you were placed strategically by life in the perfect spot, and so there is nothing to be too worried about, and any decision that comes from worry is not going to be a very healthy decision anyway. So once again, take care of yourself. I wish you all the best and hope this video helped you out a little bit. Thank you.